Hello, I'm going to guide you through how to create your own account on Instructron and also kind of give you a little bit of a behind the scenes of what your teacher dashboard will look like. So when you get to this page, you're going to want to put your name and your email and then just create a password of your choice, and after you'll click sign up. Once you do that, it's going to direct you to this teacher access page. Go ahead and just put that same email and password that you just created and sign in. If it does this, which means it didn't do anything but redirected, we try to just do it one more time and then it lets you in. Silly, but sometimes just try it a second time. So once you get here, you see the welcome and you can start your class information. So you can call your class name whatever you'd like and select the grade that you are in. If you want to do a brief description, you can, but you don't have to. It's optional, and then you'll click Create Classroom. Here's where you're going to see the teacher dashboard. Here is where you can choose to give any lightning feedback. This feedback we get right away, and anything that you see, bugs or things you want to see that are better or things that you like, put it in there. We love seeing all of it because then we try to make those adjustments right away. Now over here, it has a join link for your students and a print join card. In order to get some students, you're going to scroll down. This right here is where the analytics will be, but there's not going to be any analytics until you give an assignment. So you can click to add your first student. You can enter whatever name you'd like, and then you can add. So what this will do is it will give an access code for your student. And if you want to print the join cards, you can click here and then you can cut them up, and it'll make it really easy for you to hand out. So what will happen is if your students click on this and they decide to go to the instructron.join link, they'll get here and then they'll see their code. And so I'm going to use this code here to join class. So once your students see the main page and their code has been verified, it's going to have them acknowledge that you as their teacher can see their activity, and that to use the platform respectfully, and that the AI chatbot Tronny is here to help them learn. So ask clear questions, think critically, try to stay on task, and protect your privacy. Do not share personal information. So we ask students to click and acknowledge if they're ready to do that. Once they have done that, this is what the student page will look like. Now, they don't have any practice available activities because you'll have to add that. So how do you do that is you go into your teacher page and you scroll down to add a test. These are the ones that are available right now. We are working hard to get more and more. That way, by the following school year, there's going to be tons of different practices and assessments for students. So if students, you want them to practice math, when they come back here, hopefully if they refresh it, they can see math practice. This is when they can get started. So how students will use this, and we recommend letting students know that they can click a button to see more text or not. They can make the text size bigger. It's up to them. Once they get to their first question, if they need a hint, they can click get a hint, and this is where the coach chat will come on the side. It will ask them a question. They can chat with it. They can say, I'm not sure what you mean, or they can ask anything that has to do with the assignment, and Coach Tronny will hopefully direct them without giving the answer. In this case, it's talking about the XY and which part is confusing, so it's going to prompt the kids to say more than just, I don't get it. So once the students do that, they can go through and they can answer the problems. They can check their answer. If it's not quite right, they can try again. Yes, it says attempt 1 out of 3. However, they have unlimited attempts. We just put 1 out of 3 to make sure kids have some kind of accountability to try really hard, but they can try as many times as they like. Now, the cool part is when you go back over to your teacher account, you have now an analytics part. You can click on the fifth grade math and you can see the student has gotten one wrong. But when you click on this button, you'll actually see what that student asked, which is really nice. You'll also get to see question analysis. So based on which question, how many students, if you see here 2 AI coaches were used, you can expand that to give you a view of what every student in your class has asked Coach Trani on that question. Another fun thing that we have added is Trani's Insights. So there are a couple buttons you can choose, or you can ask a question. Maybe you want to know what specific concepts did my students struggle most with. Obviously, my demo student only did one, but it's going to give you a little bit more information and give you some recommendations on what to do with that student. So that is so far what the platform looks like. It is still, again, very new, but we hope that you enjoy demoing it with your students or yourself and giving us some feedback so we can continue to make this an amazing platform.